Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be dealing with chemical reactions and equations, also the rules for writing a chemical equation. In the previous video, we have already discussed about physical and chemical changes. If you haven't watched yet, the link will be provided in the description box below. A chemical change always involves a chemical reaction. Examples of some chemical reactions are milk changing to curd, burning of wood, also rusting of iron. What is a chemical reaction? A chemical reaction is a process which transforms one or more substances into new substances. New substances with new properties are formed. For example, hydrogen reacts with oxygen to form water. The signs that indicate chemical reaction has taken place. First one, color change. Second, temperature change. Third, change in state. Fourth, evolution of a gas. And fifth, formation of a precipitate. A simple way of representing chemical reaction in words is known as word equation. For example, magnesium reacts with oxygen gives magnesium oxide. So what is chemical equation? The representation of a chemical reaction in a condensed form using chemical formulae is called chemical equation. Here the formula of magnesium is Mg, oxygen is O2 and magnesium oxide is MgO. That is Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Mg and O2 are called reactants and MgO is the product. What do you mean by reactants and products? Reactants is a substance which undergo chemical change in a chemical reaction. The substances produced as a result of chemical reaction are known as products. Now let's see one activity that is mentioned in your textbook, that is burning of magnesium ribbon. Hold the magnesium ribbon with the help of a pair of tongs. Burn the end of the magnesium ribbon and collect the ash of burnt ribbon in a china dish. Magnesium ribbon burns with a dazzling white light and changes into a white powder. This white powder is magnesium oxide. It is formed due to the reaction between magnesium and oxygen present in the air. Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Let's see some rules for writing chemical reaction. Rule number 1. Reactants on the left and products on the right, and arrows in between them. If two or more reactants or products are present, they are separated by a plus sign. For example, Mg plus O2 gives MgO. Here magnesium and oxygen are reactants which are written on the left, and magnesium oxide is a product which is written on the right. And arrows are given in between them. Now rule number 2. Mention physical states of reactants and products. If the reactant or product is a solid, we will give it as small s. If it is a liquid, it will be small l. If it is a gas, it is written as small g. There is an arrow in the upward direction. When a solid is dissolved in water, then it is given as aqueous, that is AQ in brackets. If a solid is formed in the product, then it's called a precipitate, and an arrow is given there showing in the downward direction. Now let's see another experiment. When a zinc metal is added to the solution of copper sulfate is blue in color. Zinc displaces copper to form zinc sulfate, it is colorless solution, and copper gets deposited. In this reaction, zinc metal can easily displace the copper metal from its salt to form an aqueous solution of zinc sulfate. Now this is the chemical equation, that is zinc plus copper sulfate gives zinc sulfate plus copper plus heat. Here copper is the precipitate formed, that is in solid, and we can see copper sulfate and zinc sulfate both are aqueous solutions. Now the arrow is given in downward direction showing precipitate. The rule number 3 is indicate heat if given from outside or released during a reaction. For example, calcium carbonate, it's known as limestone. It is solid. When calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes to calcium oxide and carbon dioxide gas. Here the heat is indicated as a small triangle above the arrow. Now the rule number 4 is mention certain conditions like temperature, pressure, catalyst, etc. in a chemical reaction. Now we see one example, that is vegetable oil, that is a liquid. It reacts with hydrogen, it's a gas, to give vanaspati ghee. Now here the conditions are 60 degrees Celsius, that's the temperature, and the catalyst is given as nickel catalyst. Here the catalyst is used to speed up the chemical reaction. So these are the rules for writing a chemical equation. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching.